welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if it's your first time here. Today we are going to be quilting a super simple table topper in kind of a fun way. I think that's the plan. You guys are coming along with me for the journey. So let me show you what we're doing. I put together this super simple square table topper using some cute fall fabric. I have the quilt sandwich together. I use basting spray, that's why there's no pins or thread or anything. So that is all basted. What I want to do, how I want to quilt it, is with pumpkins, like the shapes of pumpkins. So what I have done, where you're joining me now, is I have this little pumpkin decoration that I got at the Dollar Tree over a decade ago. And I thought the shape of one of these pieces was basically the exact shape I want. Not really the leaf part, but the outline and the stem are what I was looking for. So I traced that onto a piece of printer paper. I added the extra lines in there that I want to stitch. And then I sat for a really long time and tried to figure out the best way to do it without overlapping any of the lines. Now I could not figure out a way to do it with zero overlapping. So I do have this bottom arc I'm gonna have to go over twice. But I think this is the best way to do it. Let's see if we can follow along. I can't read my handwriting now. You can see where I like multiple times changed what number it was going to be. Okay, I start here. 1, 2. Oh, geez. Why does that say 2? Oh, I start up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the plan is I'm going to do some like vine swirls, maybe throw a leaf in there type thing to connect to the next one. With the size of the table topper, I think I want 5, kind of just like sporadically around. This is obviously a directional table topper because of the cute little truck fabric. But I think I might I don't know if I'll do any upside down pumpkins, but I do want to kind of like cant them some if possible. Sorry, my hair's a mess. It's always a mess. So that is the point I'm at. What I want to do next is draw these on. Now I have an air erasable pen that I use a lot. The problem is sometimes it erases really fast. And so because I'd like to figure out a way to do this continuously without having to end up burying any threads, I don't really want to use this, although it's the safer option in terms of not leaving any marks. So what I'm going to do is take my washable markers, probably like the orange, and test it on each of these squares. These are leftover because I didn't have a plan when I first cut things, because I usually don't. So I have some extras and I'm going to mark on all of these. I have a little thing of water. I'm going to make sure it comes out of all of them. And then I am going to draw the pumpkins and the vines onto the table topper. The other thing I've already done, so I wasn't sure if I wanted to use my walking foot or if I wanted to free motion this. So this is my handy dandy practice quilt sandwich. I use it when I'm like trying to figure out tension or just want to see how something will look. So this is the one I did with the walking foot. I didn't do the whole thing. I just kind of started it and then it's over some other stuff. This is the one I started to do free motion. Like, ooh. So I very rapidly decided I'm going to use the walking foot. So that is where we are at. Just need to do that marker test on the extra pieces and then put our little template down and actually start planning out where these vines and pumpkins are going to go. And then quilt and then bind, and we're done, right? Easy, easy. We are back after the test. You probably just saw, I don't think the washable markers are going to work. Obviously, some room temperature water with a paper towel is different than actually washing an item, but like it did not budge anything. So it makes me, this one's a little better. It makes me a little too nervous to go ahead and use it. So I tried a few other marking tools. I have this pencil. That's 3 colors, also from Sew Line, that I do like, and this is a pretty good option, honestly. It has a little eraser, and you can pretty much almost completely erase markings. So this is probably what I'll go with. The other thing I tried was this Clover Hera marker, I believe it's called, and it basically just creases the fabric. I tried it on my little practice quilt sandwich here, and it does a good job. My mom has been using this a lot lately. She recently got one too. She's been using it a lot lately, she said, for quilting, like the lines she wants to follow for quilting and stuff. Don't know if I want to go ahead and use it on this because of the curves and stuff, and I want to be able to really clearly see it because it's such a distinct shape. I think to get used to using this and following the markings when I quilt, I want to practice with some just like straight quilting first. So I'm going to set this to the side for now, and I think I'm going to go, I really like the pen. I just worry about how quickly it's going to fade. So I think I'm going to go with the pencil. Let's get it all marked out. It is pretty hard to see, but I have drawn on all of the pumpkins. I had used kind of a combination of pink and white, which I'm a little apprehensive about because the pink is harder to get out than the white, but on some of them I really couldn't see the white at all. So I have 5 pumpkins on there, some vines connecting them. I ended up doing, I think these 3 are connected, and then these are separate, but I should be able to start and end all of them, their vines at least, on the edge. So we're just really about trying to avoid burying threads here. But yeah, this should be all ready to go. I am not going to start quilting in the center. Well, yeah, because I don't have anything that really comes in at the center, so I'm pretty confident in how this is basted. I'm good with just starting it over here on the edge and then following it across like I have it mapped out. And then I'll do the side ones last. I will do those after the center area is done. My machine is threaded with brown cotton thread, and then I did change my stitch length to a 3, and I double checked that my walking foot is engaged. So we should be good to go. my bobbin ran out. I was so close. I just had to finish the stem back across and off. That's fine. It just means I'm gonna have to bury some threads, but like, oh, so close. You hate to see it. Ugh. I went ahead and buried the thread, which normally I save them for the end, but I was like, no, I'll just go ahead and take care of it now. And I did that and put it right back on the machine and started to sew again without winding a bobbin and changing it out. So, oi. The quilting is done. Trying to show you. I'm so happy with how it turned out. There are some areas, let me see if I can find which one I'm specifically talking about. Like here was pulling, but I think that'll kind of ease out between. I obviously did not follow all my lines. You probably can't tell because they're really faint. But I did have to ad-lib a little, but all the pumpkins are where I wanted them to be. And then the back, which there's no tucks in the back. That's like my worst nightmare. Hard to tell. I can kind of get it in the light. Now that doesn't help at all. It makes it worse. There we go. You can see the pumpkins. Hopefully that's showing up. Yeah, so now just square it up, put the binding on and sew it down. But this video is just about me working through this whole pumpkin quilting thing. Thanks for coming along with me while I figured that out and executed it and made all the standard errors that I make every time, like running out of bobbin thread right at the end. You'd think I would know, but do we ever learn that lesson? I hope so. Anyway, thank you so much for coming along with me. I'll be sure to include some video of the finished product when I get it done, hopefully soon. And I will see you in my next video. Thanks.